Hello everyone, welcome to the last Shipyard. If you thought I was going to say Lost Harbor, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. Someone lied to you. For those who don't know, this is a homebrew campaign. Welcome to the Frostbite campaign. In case you don't know, in the last episode, in case you may have forgotten, or for some reason this is where you're choosing to start off. Kind of an odd choice, but you know, you do you. If you don't remember, last episode, we did things. Specifically, we dealt with the Wendigo that were trying to steal a crystal inside the power plant. We did succeed, but at the cost of some injuries happening to Chi and Mao, and Cade getting his arm torn off, and nearly seeing the afterlife. Yeah, like basically half the party.
People got beat to a pulp.
I was fine. But everybody else did, yeah. I think the only people that did get hit was Iva by the fucking sheer luck. And Risaku. And Risaku is surely because Cade said, "Get the fuck down, Mr. President."
Yeah, Cade did his job as
a soldier.
Basically, he sat there and went, "Got to get down." Oh god, my spine.
Yeah. That being said, we did manage to stop them from taking the crystal. We got it put back into the power plant. They did not manage to bring it to the military base, which is what that Wendigo was trying to do. It was trying to go and run away with it directly to the military base. We do not want that happening, because that is most likely where freaking Omega is at. We do not want that.
No. Y'all didn't want Omega getting buffed any
Absolutely
further?
not.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. The little grime ball of slime.
You're a grime ball of slime.
What the fuck?
What is that even? What?
You take the intro away. Do it.
No.
Go. Who are you?
No. No.
My brain is failing.
You brought that on yourself.
I did
You
not
have
bring
caused
shit
my brain
onto
to
myself.
fail in trying to comprehend what the fuck you're saying. Congratulations! You made me short circuit.
You blue screened.
Yes.
God. Alright.
Hi everyone. I'm Acrid. I tell the story sometimes. Oh.
Hi, I'm Nits. I play Iva Kosha, the Lupin Librarian, literally just in person. And the other person over there is Anya. She plays Chi,
Hi,
the
I'm
field medic.
Anya. I played Chirin, and I somehow try to keep these two on track. Please stop with the soundboard.
Okay.
Put it down. Put it down, Nits.
Put it down.
Close the menu.
I have.
Okay, I'll
So we are particularly aware of what happened in the last session because for us, it's only been 24 hours.
Yeah.
For you guys, it's been a week.
Yeah, we couldn't record the main campaign for reasons. So, instead, because of that, we decided, well, you know what? We might as well. Let's do Frostbite a second.
We
2
had
days
the
in a row.
time slotted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the three of us end up in chat regardless, so what the hell?
Might as well.
What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
This is what happens when you record with your friends and your partner.
Han. That being said, y'all already got the thing where I say the things of what we did, so you already know all that. But in case, there's literally nothing else for me to tell you. Acrid, take it away.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's literally nothing else for me to say. Like, I did my bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, so,
Yeah.
You guys are able, I'm not gonna make y'all run through the entire pain that it will be to transfer everybody.
What?
Yeah.
Legitimately, it starts with a phone call from Chi to Sergeant Ramirez going, "Hey, Sarge, we secured the fucking facility."
Yeah, great. That means they can start packing.
Hell
Loading up all the cars. So it's weirdly enough, the only thing y'all really have to go do is pick up the one guy who y'all found in the middle of the city.
We do, however, need one of the SWAT vehicles for that.
For what?
For all of his plants.
Oh yeah, y'all. Yeah, no, they can bring one over. It's great. You got a whole horde of people who can do stuff. So
Yeah.
you just let them know where to drive, and they're like, all right.
We gotcha.
Yeah, all right. Where the fuck is that? I need to look at a map. My GPS stopped working.
Oh damn! They brought back the maps. I didn't know we're in the Stone Age. Fuck! I'm fucking that. I've talked about this. I feel like I do pretty well in a zombie like survival situation. I feel like I do pretty good in that. There are two flaws, however, that might get me killed. One, I can't tell jack shit, and I need a GPS to fucking figure out where I'm at. And two, glasses. Otherwise, I'm good. Remove my GPS, I might end up in fucking like I don't even know. You might ask for me to meet you up in Detroit. I might end up all the way over in Washington D.C.
There are several reasons why I would fail in a zombie apocalypse. Anaphylactic allergies are one of them.
So,
but you know who would...
anyways.
Wait, hold on, real quick before anyone.
Oh my God.
This needs to be mentioned. It needs to be mentioned. You know who would thrive in this is Reed. That man would be flirting with the zombies. He would become an ally of the zombies. Like that he
Not
might,
even here, and he's catching flack.
listen, all I'm saying is that he might thrive in this environment, and you know, props to him.
Then he'd be turned in the second day.
Anyway, day one, I give him 5 hours.
Damn.
I give him 5 hours on day one.
Anyway.
Yeah, you guys have left Nasir to rebuild a staircase effectively.
No.
Yeah.
We left him to get his plants down.
Okay.
So that they can get,
Oh yeah,
Ryu's
just gonna
to build the staircase out of ice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ryu's about to be minorly tired, but he's got it. That's a lot of ice to maintain for like a third of the day because this man has too many plants.
And that's why they need the SWAT van.
Like, no, really, they start filling up the SWAT van, and it becomes very clear: is this even enough space?
I mean, it is a valid question because that man did not have a small amount. Like, he had the entire roof covered in it.
To be fair, it was kind of anticipated that this was going to take multiple trips.
And it does. It actually takes 3.
That checks.
Because y'all can't store things efficiently. Like, Rio gets real creative with some ice platforming. Just to try and put more shit in there. But he can only put light things on the ice platforms, otherwise it'll break. So it's like only the tiny potted plants get put up there, while these giant like planters that are like growing like 5 potatoes each.
That's a lot of potato plants. Yeah. Especially when you take into consideration how many potatoes can grow from one potato plant.
Yeah. This man liked his plants.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
I'm gonna be real. Y'all are looking at it like, wait, no, hold. You would have been fine. We would all died from starvation, and you would have been chilling. Like,
literally, one of the main rooms in the power plant is just a garden now.
Yeah, no, really.
But also, I was expecting it to take multiple trips to get everything from the library itself. Because I highly doubt Iva's going to leave certain information behind.
I mean, you'll have
Oh,
two
yeah.
SWAT vans. One's going to the library, one's going to...
Yeah, I know. And it's still going to take multiple trips for each.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's all of the remainder of day 10, of which there wasn't a lot.
All of day 11, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And probably some of day 12.
Yeah, like the last trip is on like day 12. Congratulations. Which is finally then on day 12 when y'all can finally sit down and now try to figure out this problematic child that is this floating crystal in a tube.
Yeah. Oh, man.
As now, at this point on day 12, nobody's in the library. Everybody is here.
Oh, man.
Something else that she would want to do on days 11 and 12.
Uh-huh.
Try to get more of the fucking corrupt mana out of Riley. I'm sorry, she's not giving up on him.
Hey. Arcana check.
×4 per day. Oh my god, that's 22.
Okay. Okay.
13.
No. Oh my god.
Did I draw that on the
24.
wrong layer? Oh my god, I did.
Yeah, that's right, you did.
So that's for day 11. This is day 12.
So she uses all of her mana on day 12?
Well, I figure it's gonna be like the end of day 12 type of thing.
Okay.
And there's not much fighting going on.
Hell yeah.
Nat 20!
Oh my god. Oh my.
So that's...
No. Why?
I
What?
don't know what the DC is.
Yeah, no, there isn't a set DC. There's an alternating DC that gets worse as you get along.
So that's a 22, a 13, a 24, an 8, 17, 16, 20, 30.
Okay. Whether it be by sheer overflow of mana that you are dumping into his body,
Uh-huh.
or you're doing something right, you can't tell which, honestly. Over the course of both days, you would slowly get more mana out.
Hey!
You do not know what exact percentage.
Damn it.
Because I don't feel like sitting here trying to figure it out. But it's most of it. Most of it's now gone.
5 billion%.
We would also approach Rio and Nylan separately and just... We also have another complication.
They both
Risaku.
stare at you like, okay.
Risaku.
Okay.
I think he unlocked his mana.
We'll be honest, they both genuinely sigh.
And
'Cause that's
not
bad.
in the way that we would have wanted.
Yeah.
Cade stopped him from getting hit. And went down for it.
Yeah. Ryu would kind of be the person that he is. Would be the kind of like, because out of the bunch, Ryu is genuinely a parent.
Yeah.
So he's genuinely concerned for Rizaku's mental stability because he knows he had to repair some of his daughters.
Yeah, that's another reason why she's specifically approaching Ryu.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know he's traumatized.
Right now he's coping by working.
I can't fix that.
Yeah, no, so Ryu would go and talk to him. Nylan would be pretty honest. He basically say he'll let Ryu deal with him until Ryu basically tells him he's good to go. And then Nylan will
Start training him.
bombard him with enough information to break his brain.
It's still that thing of the two most experienced people needed to know.
Yeah. And Nylan being the apathetic, semi-mentally broken individual that he is, kind of just says, I'm not gonna interact with the kid. It's probably better if I don't.
I mean, to be fair, Chi entirely internalized her traumatic event and just buried it underneath years of military training. So she is not the best person to go to in this.
No, most of the people with magic aren't. The only one who's like a good pick is Ryu. And that's only because he's a dad.
It's also that thing of she's sitting there in the same boat as Silas. Problem, Silas is in the early stages. She knows what's gonna happen.
Oh, man.
Honestly, it's even the thing of Ryu sitting there and is also trying to help Silas, but he can't really. Silas is ignoring it so effectively, he's not acknowledging it.
That's kind of where Chi is stepping in, like, okay.
This kid's going to snap at some point. And
He's going down the road I was going down. He needs structure. I'm gonna step in with this one.
Yeah. And that's also weirdly enough where Nylan has been weirdly helpful. Because Nylan, while he is not a great emotional support person, he also doesn't care. He sits there and goes, this is what you need to do to get stronger. Like, he sits there and just tells you factually what to do. So for Silas being more driven by getting better as a person, Nylan's just blunt way of telling him how to get stronger is giving his brain a goal, which is something to allow him to ignore the shit he's not acknowledging.
Something else that she would point out, with Silas having fire mana,
Yeah.
he is uniquely in a position while yet he can cause a fair bit of harm, he can also do some good. Fire cauterizes wounds.
Yep.
So it is literally that thing of she would look at him and just, no, I can actually use your assistance in this.
Hell yeah. That's technically what Yudo's figured out too. So, yeah. You have two different ways of people using fire. You have Yudo's more brash, just brute force solve the problem. And Silas's, I'm gonna blitzkrieg them. They don't get a chance.
Yeah.
Is a monk and a pugilist if everyone looking at the class-wise, which is kind of funny. But yeah. For that, there would be the genuine thing of eventually, after day 12 of everybody genuinely resting, because I'm sorry, moving sucks and it's exhausting.
They literally get a full day of just...
I sit.
We are actually in a building that is marginally,
Safe.
legitimately safe.
Yeah. The good news... Huh?
No, that's just my surprised sound. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That confused the shit out of me. I
didn't expect it to confuse the shit out of you. I just like,
I think my brain only comprehended the last like 2 syllables.
Huh?
So it was just like, and I was like, what the fuck did this man say?
Yeah, because all I did was, but that's all I fucking did. That's why I was like, that was my, okay. It was a sound. It's just a sound.
No. No, I didn't. I heard noise. I didn't comprehend what you did. So I was like, was that word or was that sound? What was that?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And also trying not to be terrible about cutting people off.
Valid.
Okay, so, but yeah, after day 12 and on to day 13. What?
Never thought you'd see this, huh?
No. Y'all covered multiple days.
We gotta change that on you.
And most of it because there was nothing to talk about.
Crazy. Gosh.
Oh, we're about to slow it down.
Here we go.
Yeah, but for all of that though, now I unfortunately turn the table to y'all. What do you want to do now?
She would approach Iva and just... Iva, I think we need to figure out what to do about that crystal. See if maybe Kylo found out any information.
That would be good. I can agree on that.
We should also probably see if Nylan knows anything about the crystal.
Nyland most likely would, considering he's directly attached to this whole situation. I think it's fair to assume.
Yeah. So, you want to take Kylo and I'll take Nylan?
I'll take Kylo, you take Nyland. And eventually, at some point, I'll ask Bob for all that information I had him stockpile.
Oh, well, he's still scanning.
Good.
Don't get it twisted.
I want all the knowledge on the purchase. I know you said it was big.
I want you to know, you look over, and he is sitting there and rescanning the pages. And it's the thing of, oh, why are you rescanning? Bro, I gotta make sure I scanned every page. And the only way to do that is to slowly go through and scan every page again.
We should also probably check on Cade to see how he's doing after everything. I know Risaku was putting a lot of effort into working on his arm.
Yeah, I can check on him, see how he's doing. He owes me more war stories anyways.
Try not to talk his ear off. We actually need information.
Of course. I'll get information, and in the process, I'll get information on everything else on his life.
Oh my god.
The stories can wait until after we figured this out. Iva.
Iva's mind disappeared.
We have plenty of time.
Dude.
Well...
Dude, I'm sorry.
Focus on the task at hand, please.
Alright.
I just pictured the Fallout fucking tag appearing in the top left where it just says, Iva disagrees with this. Iva disliked that opinion.
Iva will remember this.
Iva can remember that all she bloody well wants to. There will be time for questions later.
Oh, God. Yeah, she'll handle talking with Cade and getting info from Kylo.
Alright, so who wants to go first?
I got 2 big ass things, so I don't know if Anya wants to go ahead and handle her bit.
I mean, you can take care of one of the big ass things. I'll take care of Nylan, and then you can take care of the other big ass thing.
Alright, cool. So I'll handle the big ass thing, and then you'll handle your big ass thing, and I'll handle the other big ass thing.
All right.
That way, it's kind of a back and forth. Nobody gets to
the talking stick for too long.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to monopolize the time.
Yeah, that too.
Fuck.
It also lets me finish my dinner.
Alright. The true motive. Alright. Alright, let's do this.
I'm not gonna make that joke. Never mind.
Damn.
Now I'm curious.
Gotta add microtransactions.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I can add microtransactions. I can do that.
Please, no.
No, next.
Bard College of Microtransactions.
Absolutely not.
Bar College of Skip Dialogue.
Bard College of Pay to Win.
Focus.
No. Alright, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess going for Cade probably would make more sense first, because Cade's he's not gonna take as long. I feel like Kylo's gonna
fair.
be So I'm gonna go to Cade
Kylo's
first.
about to sit there and read you a fucking script he had to write because he knew this was coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, she'll make her way over to Cade.
Yeah, he's technically in Sosho and Rizuku's workshop that they've set up,
Okay.
which is also in the same work area as the otter folk, Taji.
Yeah.
So you'll technically have you have 2 engineers and a student working in the same area without regulations.
This is completely fine. Don't worry
Fear.
about anything. Ever.
One of them specializing specifically in drones.
I am deeply afraid.
Don't worry about it.
I
Yeah.
will worry about it.
You
That-
would see Sosho has started working on Cade's arm while it's still attached. Probably fixing some of the wiring and also probably doing something Sosho-y.
Morning, Cade, or afternoon, or night, or whatever you want to call it. It's day, isn't it?
Probably. I don't have my watch. What do you need?
Good. Thank you for answering to the trick question correctly. Alright, hi. So, hopefully you're doing alright. I'm more here to kind of check on you as a person. You're alive, hopefully, yes. I can see your arm was ripped off at one point. How are you feeling?
Feeling like I got hit by a bus again.
Yeah, that would check. How's that
Don't-
back?
That's the bus. That's
Alright.
Yeah, no, that my back is functional. It's just in quite a lot of pain.
Gotcha. Right. Question: as player, why do I need to talk to Cade? What am I forgetting here?
Make sure that his arm is reconnected properly.
Okay, I'm just double checking that that's what it was. Because my brain was like, I'm pretty sure this is what you wanted me to be doing here, but also.
You wanted to make sure you didn't forget nothing.
Yeah, I was like, because I'm normally the information person when I talk to NPCs. That's why I'm like, okay, I want to make sure there's no information you were wanting me to get from this guy, right? Okay, cool.
It's also that thing of this is a good opportunity for Iva to check in on Rizuku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is part of the plan.
So there are ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Rizuku is helping Sosho while Sosho is fiddling very dangerously with a very much active military, cyber arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking with the wirings that are directly connected to Cade's nervous system.
And this is why Chi did not want to go there.
So if Sosho fucks this up, Cade might just die.
Alright, hi. So, Sho, how's that arm coming along? You and Rizuku, how are the two of you doing this?
Rizuku would look at Sosho and go, that's how he's doing. He's making sure he's fully focused on that. So I'll answer any questions.
Grand, okay, cool. I mean,
You realize Sosho is at least taking the care of, all right, I cannot get distracted. If I get distracted, this man will die.
There is a legitimate life hanging in the balance,
Yep.
and I do not want the military people mad at me.
Glad he cares.
Yeah.
Because some of them are scary.
Sosho cares, it's just he's bad at showing it. But go ahead, Nitz.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, she just gotta look to him and just go, right, okay, I'm just gonna cut it a buck with you here. Listen, to be quite frank, yes, I am partially here just to make sure that Cade's arm is being properly attached. I feel like that's the obvious bit here. However, I'm also checking on you. How are you doing? Don't lie to me. I know when you lie, you do that thing with your tail where you switch it around 3 times and you flare your nostrils.
He like brings his head back like, okay, I didn't need the call out, but I understood. I'll try to change my habits. Like it was like, alright, goddamn. I didn't need that. I didn't need that on my conscience right now. But alright.
I need specifics on how I lie.
Thanks. People just go. I've definitely been better, but I'm not ignoring what happened. That's why I want to help Cade. I know I'm alive probably because of him.
You would be
And
correct.
I don't want to ignore that.
Understatement of the century.
He has no understanding of combat. He's only been in like 2 fights, and one of them wasn't even that serious.
Yeah, it's completely fair of not really knowing for sure if like that was like a needed thing or
Like he was
Yeah.
like, I don't like he's only gotten minorly hurt from the military once, and then there was like I think he might have been involved in like he was involved lightly in the beginning Wendigo surge, but they were nowhere near as strong back then.
Yeah.
back at the campus when y'all went there on day 2 is when y'all split up and took 5 sessions to complete 1 day.
listen, man, listen. Semantic.
Details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fair. She would just kind of just nod her head and just kind of go like, that's understood. It's fair. I mean, you're not exactly used to that sort of thing. It's a lot to process, I would imagine.
Yeah. I've never been bashed by someone with an elbow and then watched them get sent into a wall to crack it. That was not comforting.
Well,
And I don't know what happened afterwards because I kind of blacked out for a second.
yeah, I was wondering
But
about
I
that.
kind of became aware of working on his arm a bit later. I've noticed my hands now feel different. So that's something.
Right, okay. So, I know what the reason is for that. We can get into that if you want, but more importantly, what matters is how you choose to handle and process this. Sure, he hasn't died, obviously, but at the end of the day, you did see someone get put on death's door, and for your sake. And I know that's not something that many people ever want to have the feeling of. Listen, I'm. It's an odd thing to say, but I've seen it more than a few times. I'm fairly desensitized to this sort of thing, even before this whole mess. Don't bury it. Just take your time to think, process it, and where you want to go from here, and how you choose to process it can honestly change your entire route as a person on how you continue to live as a person. Don't let it run you in a negative way. Easier said than done, of course, but...
Yeah, I know I want to keep helping, and that's what I'm going to focus on.
Good.
I'm not going to have... I've noted the problem you mentioned of burying it. I've noticed that with someone else.
Yeah, I've
Oh.
noticed it with him too. I can assure
Yeah, like
you.
Rizuku's sitting there looking at Silas like, you are not okay. Like
He's running through a survival thought process right now, and that's fine for now, but eventually that's going to become a massive struggle for him.
Yeah, I realized I started. Well, Sosho had a radio that was dead, and I was messing with it, and then it turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've started realizing I can recharge things. So I've started doing that.
That would check. I'm not too surprised. Most likely what you've done is you've unlocked your mana. I'm sure you're well aware of that.
I think that's what Ryu was lightly mentioning earlier.
However, you've unlocked it in a very... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. We kind of expected that you had mana kind of just sitting underneath you because of some of the things with lightning that you had been doing in the past. It's not something people should be doing at all and be okay. So we kind of already figured that you had it and that it just hadn't been unlocked. We were hoping to find a way to unlock it for you without trauma so that, you know, you would have more time to process such a thing. But, well, you know, circumstances aren't always in our favor.
I'm not happy I unlocked it the way I did, but I'm not going to squander the fact that I have it.
Don't. It's... While it may be seen as a curse in some ways, because don't get me wrong, there's its own cons you'll have to deal with. At the same
Started
time,
noticing.
be careful with it. Just don't use too much of it, because you can kill yourself by using too much of that. I've watched Chi, whether if you notice her or not when she heals, sometimes she pushes herself a bit too far.
I think I've noticed that, yeah. I did notice while charging the radio, I started getting really tired.
Eventually,
so I stopped.
Ryu will probably tell you this whenever you try to maybe learn from him. I recommend trying to learn to control that, because it could be used for a lot of good, and also it could be used to protect yourself if you need to. But over time, the more you use that, it's just like any muscle. Eventually, you'll get more and more stamina to be able to use it. Just give it time. But I wanted to make sure that you as a person were doing okay. So I'm glad to see that you're at least handling it somewhat alright.
I know this isn't going to leave me anytime soon. I'm gonna probably be not in my best spirits for a little while, but I can still help, so I'm going to. I'm not gonna wallow.
That's
At
good.
the end of the day, I can still help Cade, so I'm going to.
I think that's a
So
good way to use it.
Sosho makes a strange noise, and Rizuku turns, grabs a random tool, and hands it to him, and then turns back.
I would recommend, when you get some free time, when all this is done, try talking with the others. I'm not just talking about just the mana users, but the ones your age that have actually gone through this. A lot of the kids here have, well, you're not really a proper, I guess, kid at this point, but kids to me, at least. Talk with the people your age. Y'all have all gone through more than what was ever deserved.
I've realized out of our bunch of people my age, I think Emiko's in the worst, went through the most.
Yeah.
Because apparently she was at the band hall when a lot of them changed.
Yeah.
And she's still here and they aren't.
Well, hopefully, should we be able to shut this thing down, the problems down, maybe we can set some type of grouping up so people can actually properly air out their grievances, because the last thing anyone wants to be doing is bottling something like that up. Trauma will take people a long ways down a bad road. Again, I've seen it firsthand, even before this. I want the best for y'all.
It's appreciated.
And, hopefully, we can eventually maybe get things restored, and maybe your generation can at least get to enjoy your lives properly. My generation was already fucked. It was already going downhill no matter what. It didn't matter for us, but if yours can at least get something, can get maybe this will be a fresh start. That's the way I'm trying to look at it. If this can be a fresh start for your generation, and I think that's worth something.
The funny realization technically qualifies as whose gen.
What? Discord, hello? Discord, no robot. Would you say? Oh my
Meanwhile,
god!
the real technically qualifies Saku's.
I'm a hold on. I don't do a thing. Yo, Discord, you good? Alright, I left and joined back. How we? Nope, y'all are still robots. Why are y'all robots all of a sudden? My ping's good. I got 20 ms. I don't know what he said. Alright, Acrid. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Quick change of mics.
Okay. Cool, I can actually hear you properly through that mic. I guess it's just a connection with Acrid or something.
Hello? Good?
Yeah, I mean, there was a very slight robot for half a second there, but overall, that's way better. I can actually make out what you're saying.
Oh.
Hey!
Yay!
Trying to... Why it's...
Oh, never mind. There you go. You're gone. Oh my god. I'm a pause for a second. Alright, we're back, everybody. We just had to re-sort out the mic real quick. Alright, we back.
One quick reboot later.
Of course. Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the rest is pretty, like, self-explanatory. It's just mainly just her just trying to make sure that he's gonna be good. And that the others are gonna be good.
He, Rizuku is looking at it as Rizuku's always kind of been a positive guy, like all things considered, so he's at least getting that benefit of he's trying his damnedest to see the positive side of a very dark thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's looking into the void of a tunnel. He's like, I do see a light. It's just, I can't tell if it's the end or a light bulb. But either way, there's light.
Or it's right.
God damn it, I'm gonna walk towards it.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, man. But yeah, she just looked to him and just kind of go, well, when all's said and done, maybe try and reconnect with them a little bit, you know. I mean, besides that, you won't have college anymore. Normal college debt. That's fun. I know you were going there, obviously, because you wanted to learn. Or simply because electricians get paid good. One of the two.
I had a genuine interest in the field.
Well, in a different way, you
Money
get to...
would have just been a benefit.
Sure. I doubt there's many people alive outside of the grouping we have at this point. So, in all honesty, this is a great way to, I guess, learn without having any repercussions. Because there'll be no society to try and drill down and push down knowledge. So, do what you can to learn. Because
He
you
would.
and Sosho might honestly be the only people to teach the next generation about electricity.
Rizuku suddenly looks very.
Very well. Oh my
Attention to
god,
what-
the mic. What the fuck? The rest was fine. It was just that one word. Rizuku looks very what?
Concerned.
Oh, concerned. Okay.
Yeah, no. He just looks insanely concerned and starts paying more attention to what Sosho's doing.
God, yeah. I think
Like,
I think you can see the point. I mean, there's many books.
yeah.
So I'm sure there's plenty of books for the generations, of course, to learn, but that's something to keep in mind. We'll probably be building the society from up. I doubt there's many people, unless only our city was affected, but considering what we've seen, I doubt that. Not me trying to put worry in your heart, it's more of me just... I'm keeping it real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
He can give a nod. He's like, yeah, you're probably right. Oh boy.
So,
Yeah.
I guess just, do what you need to do. Take care of yourself. And if you need me, I am here. I might not know everything. I know, surprising. I don't know everything. But, surprisingly enough, I do have books on these things. You used to get them all the time from the library. And I read a little bit of everything. So, if you can't figure out what it is, and for some reason Sosho doesn't know, you can probably still ask me, I might have an answer.
That's at least comforting.
Of course.
But also that would be concerning if you know and Sosho doesn't.
Listen, we all have our own expertise. I don't have a specific expertise. My expertise is knowing a little bit of everything. And a lot of times it's the very niche information that nobody knows about. So, well, yes, it would be very concerning. It would also be understandable if the one thing that I know that he doesn't know when it comes to his area is something that's just obscenely obscure.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So just, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. We're all kind of in this together at this point. I doubt I need to tell you that. But I'm saying it anyways, because I think it's rather easy to forget, especially when you've had something happen that might, or may have not, shook you a little.
Then he would then go back to work.
Valid.
He hits the hardest. It did. Don't get it twisted. It did.
Completely valid, my dude.
That fucked with me heavily.
Just, take care of yourself. We're here for you, if you need anything. Lot of people here, a lot of adults that, have seen worse. Or seen similar.
Yeah.
Not something to be proud of, it's just something that's just part of reality.
Yeah. Well, Rizuku would thank you for the talk, genuinely. It is helpful.
Hell yeah.
And then he would smile and then return to helping Sosho, who also makes another weird noise, but it's different from the other one. And then Rizaku starts looking around like, all right, where's that tool? I know which one he's asking for.
Fair.
It's like, where? This one. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we will pan away from you. I know. Crazy. And we will now ignore you as we cut to Anya.
Damn.
Is making her way over to a certain psychopath.
Island. Hooray. Or not hooray, honestly.
Just that thing of approaches carefully and just... Hey, Nylan. There is something that we've been avoiding mentioning as of late. Come with me.
Okay. You get up and follow.
I think you're going to be the best bet for this bit. Unfortunately.
I don't like that.
That is entirely valid that you don't like it, believe me. As she would lead him to the crystal.
The power room, which is currently still the... luckily the drones have been hard at work fixing all the broken wire systems.
Valid.
She would just... Luckily, this is not as difficult to get to as it originally was.
I cannot explain to y'all how many obscenities Taji has said in these last 3 days. This man has invented new swears, cursing the Wendigo that broke something in such a weird way that it's even more of a bitch to fix than it would be normally.
Valid.
Yes, she leads Nylan to the giant fucking crystal.
Yeah, as they would be able to head into the room, or they can just look at it from the outside. Just small view window.
She'd get him close enough that he can see what it is and get an idea as to the size.
Yeah, he would stare at it.
Apparently, they were using it for a power source.
As an island would very quietly mumble to himself, fucking idiots.
A couple of the Wendigos were trying to take it back towards the main base.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's probably the one that's... either the one that's... the source, not the source, that's the wrong word, but the leader of all the Wendigos at this point.
There was something else that we noted.
Yeah.
For a moment, they almost seemed to be able to speak. Their eyes glowed, and they said something. And that's when a group of them, instead of fighting us, backtracked to find this crystal. They were intelligent enough to have a couple try to keep us from stopping the crystal from getting out, while one just used the energy from the crystal to freeze the wall and break it open.
Okay, that's... I think I know what that's from. Right.
I don't know what you know about these, but according to General Hugh, you're the primary thing to help us stop this. What do we need to do? How do we stop this from destroying our world?
I know how. I'm just coming to the understanding that the things I did a while ago mean nothing now. They succeeded anyways. I only delayed them.
You tried your best. Don't hold it against yourself.
I will, but that won't stop me from doing what I need to do. Right. I know what those damn cultists or whatever they're supposed to be, warlocks, whatever, they called this thing a keystone.
A keystone?
It's a fragment large enough to connect them to the original, the place that they got it. And the symbol that I shattered and destroyed and tried to get rid of, the second I touched it, I saw a thing that never left my vision. And it's the very thing that drove me to destroy that symbol as much as I could. But they just got more people and they just remade it. And they went through anyways. And they collected this, likely while I was imprisoned. Right? Okay. So, I know there's something on the other side of all of this.
Something?
Something. I don't know what it is. I just saw a thing chained. It couldn't move. All it could do was watch. And I only saw a flash of it. But it filled even me with enough dread that I felt that no one should ever go to that damn plane ever again.
So you're talking something akin to teleportation.
Kind of. It would open a rift. I could open it with the rune, with the sigil they created, and using the keystone, we could open a rift and go through. But that would also be the effectiveness of walking into a lion's den. We are walking into whatever is... Did the eyes glow
Yes.
when they spoke? What color?
Blue.
That wasn't Omega. Then that wasn't anything from here. Because that thing had blue eyes. I think whatever gave them an order was the thing that's in that plane. I can open the rift. That's not the hard part. The hard part's keeping it open. And also not dying when you're on the other side.
To be fair, regardless of what we do, we're already in a lion's den. If that plane has a chance of stopping this...
I think it does. I just don't know in what way. I can't guarantee anyone who goes to that side will be coming back. I don't know. This is a moment of I can tell you I can get you in. I can't guarantee I'll get us out. I can't guarantee I'll be alive.
Right.
Because also to open those runes, they had dozens of people. They had, I think it was 26 warlocks. Oh, is that a number? I don't. Despite what some people would think, I didn't keep track of how many people I killed that day. All I know is they had far more than one person to open that rift. Granted, I don't know if any one of them was as strong as I am. I know they weren't as strong as me back then. And I'm stronger than I was then. So, maybe I can open it without dying. But I can't promise anything. I can't even promise I'll be able to hold it open for very long after I open it. That might be somewhere where Ryu has to step in. Because I don't want him going to that plane. He might instantly get corrupted.
No. I think it best for any... I can't say that. I think it best for most of the mana users to stay. If worse comes to worse, there's enough people who know how to heal. We'll get everything set up. It'll probably take us a day or two to figure out who's going in.
I'll get the rune ready. Because that's going to take time.
Will 2 days be enough?
I just need the rest of today.
Okay. I'll talk with the others. We're going to exclude the students in this.
Yeah, Nylan can agree.
All things considered, I'd like to keep them as much in the dark as possible. At least until everything is said and done.
Yeah. Nylan will get to work digging through his own mind to set up, to get that rune out of his own brain.
She makes her way back to everybody else so that she can hopefully meet up with Iva.
And while she is waddling back / talking to Nylan, Iva,
Hello.
you talk to Kylo, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. I just. Yeah.
No, he's getting to happily mind his own business in the camera room.
Yeah.
Because it's an actual guy who can connect to the cameras easier than Taji. Taji was not the camera guy. He was just the only one present who could fuck with the cameras.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, no.
Now they have an actual camera guy.
No, it's fair. Yeah, that's fair. She would just start walking up. Just kind of
He
look
would
at him.
turn in the like swivel office chair he gets to use.
Heck yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no.
It's-
She'd look to him and just go, "Hey, Kylo,
Hi.
got any information for me?"
In what regard?
Everything. Crystals, gods,
Yeah.
any information on the Wendigos, anything.
Yeah. Let me...
We had you look into quite a bit. I know Bob's
Yeah.
handling the book.
Yeah. You would see on his screen some information starts going up as his eyes start flicking, like looking.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He's like, yeah, right. Okay. So, from what I was able to piece out from the less than classified now information.
Yeah.
The Project Frostbite did what it could to hide as much of its information as possible. The grand majority of it, from what I've been able to find, is in paper documents and not actually scanned on any system. They really went out of their way to just not put any of this in anywhere where it could be easily accessible. They put it, from what I can tell, in the bottom area, underneath even the subject holding cells.
It's not
they're
surprising
called.
considering they wanted to keep this completely and utterly secret.
Yeah, well, from what I've been able to figure, a lot of the scientists who went through the first rift to first collect these crystals, as they were called, the vast majority of couldn't even quantify or describe what they saw.
Sounds about right.
They could really, all of them really couldn't help but settle home just how cold the place was.
Interesting.
It was free. There wasn't a tree in sight. That was just ice and barren wasteland.
Were the reports, out of curiosity, written by the researchers?
Yes, from
Then
what I
I
can
have
tell.
a question. For the writing, was it sporadic?
From the way the handwriting seemed to be done a bit, yeah.
Right, okay. So possible loss of sanity. Possibly.
From the way it seemed, it makes me at least believe the things are genuine. It's not just somebody feigning to be one of these scientists.
The reason why I ask is because this helps us determine if, assuming that what we are dealing with from the theories from the past that we have mentioned, assuming this might be a god that we are dealing with, not much information we have, obviously, because our idiotic people decided to kill the paladins and the clerics. But, that being said, it's fairly known knowledge to the people that at least do look into these things. Eldritch stuff typically fucks with your mind to some degree, because typically the mind can't wrap around what it's looking at or what it's dealing with.
Yeah. From what I was able to see, it seemed that the biggest questions they were trying to answer was what they were looking at, and Sometimes it seemed the best they could manage was to describe what they weren't looking at.
That sounds about right. Okay.
The best some of these people were managing was describing what was in their peripherals at the moment.
So with that being the case, most likely, probably are dealing with either an eldritch deity, or at the very least, we're dealing with something that doesn't follow the normal concepts of the mortal plane. Which, granted, I know that's like, oh, but technically, that's obvious. If it's even just a normal god, it's not going to follow the mortal plane. But the difference is that I'm figuring out whether or not we're dealing with an eldritch god, a god, or something of a cosmic horror. That does matter.
No, it does. It matters a lot, even from what my notes have. There was one note that seemed to describe looking at what could best be described as a tree that was bigger than a mountain wrapped in chains.
Trees a mountain wrapped in chains.
But I highly doubt whatever they were looking at was a tree.
No, considering it's chains, we're probably dealing with an entity. And it's fair to assume that if the entity was assumed to be a tree... that would explain the language that they're using.
Right. He would also then essentially, because the best he can do is project something onto a table. He would project it onto the wall so you can get a clear look at it. He goes, and one of them scribbled this in kind of frantic and kind of insane writing. As they're writing in a ducking, not ink, that not nothing, no comment, that is not a language. They're writing in a like ancient text, like they're writing in it's the best way to quantify writing in a language that doesn't exist for some people. Like for y'all's people, like it's like what is that? Like you're writing an enchantment table.
Did she
what is that?
Kind of recognize what it might be?
That might be Druidic.
Right.
That person might have written down in something in Druidic.
Right, that would
I don't know if our local herbalist knows anything about it, or you, but that's something I did find, and I know that's not normal. And now hearing you mention, well, yeah, I don't know. There's everything going on. I figured that was of note.
It is of note, and actually I'm going to grab an herbalist, because I recognize what it is, but I don't know how to read this specifically. Not yet, at least. That's Druidic.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking what?
Right. Let me get Nasir, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nasir.
Dude, you walk over a little bit away to Nasir's little planter area.
Yeah.
Which y'all there was an area where some racking had been knocked out.
Yeah.
By the Wendigos. So the drones have dragged the racking out of the way, and now there is a damn legion of potted plants and lights.
Gah.
To mimic, like, just to give light to the fucking plants.
Yeah.
And you just see this man happily walking around, watering his plants. He just looks so happy to be anywhere. Like,
hell yeah.
this man looks so content with his existence. He basically got told, hey,
we'll give you a bigger area, more planters, and then we'll do the thing that you really like, which is called leave you alone.
He was sold. He heard that and he's like, yeah, sold. You got it, boss.
I'm in. I'm in.
Oh, man.
He would look up because he would hear you walking up, and he would look over because out of the bunch, she is the most willing to deal with Iva.
Huzzah.
For reasons.
Ciao.
Yeah.
She just kind of look over to him and just go, hey, Nasir, we need you for a moment. We found
Oh.
information, a file, and it contains Druidic.
Oh, right. Okay.
Apparently,
I
she's
will
just
come
gonna
along.
kind of like debrief him as they're walking up. But apparently, from my understanding, he found a file that one of the researchers that first interacted with a plane biome dealing with this whole source, which is where the source might be from. He interacted. He found a file from a researcher that interacted with that area, essentially. And they started scribbling in quote-unquote madness, or more importantly, in Druidic.
Yeah, Kylo, when you
I
get
paused
back,
for half a second. And we back. But yeah, she would just let him know about the Druidic bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, Nasir.
Yeah.
Alright, DM, what's the important part? Yeah, Nasir would look at it and he would just go, Oh, okay. That's not. He'd grab. He would. Because of how he likes to work as a person, he likes to keep shit written down. So he'd grab a piece of paper and a pen and kind of write it in a similar way to how he's reading it.
Yeah,
It takes him about, like, it's not a large segment of text. It's like kind of like a small sentence. So it only takes him like 5 minutes, but it's still like 5 minutes of him sitting there having to like mumbling to himself, like, okay, that's this letter.
Yeah.
Like it's a deciphering moment of
Makes
like what the,
sense.
because he's also looking at text that isn't written correctly.
Yeah.
It's like, this is clearly written by someone who hasn't a clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's something. So he would eventually look up and he goes, right. This says, I'm so hungry.
Right, well that checks. That was early symptoms.
Why don't you Druidic?
Right. Okay. Thank you, Nasir.
I am uncomfortable. He walks away. he sits there, like looking at that. He goes, something about it just feels wrong.
Because it is wrong. It's early symptoms at its finest. She just look back to him to Kylo and just go, well, I think that gives us an answer on that. There's quite a bit. It's not exactly a grand thing to say.
No.
They were
it's
showing
not.
symptoms even though they were only in there for a short period of time.
It could come at the issue of they might have actually looked at the source. And maybe it was trying to get this across. I don't know. I'm hopeful that's what it was.
It's possible. It's possible that, again, the source, if it is an entity and not a fucking tree, and I doubt it's a tree.
If a tree has brought our world to its knees, I'm done. It just says I'm done. If it's a tree, I'm done.
The fact is that, do we like it or not, this is a fucking problem, right? Okay. So if this was it trying to communicate, then this was early signs. Problem, nobody here knows what it was saying, because a certain idiotic generation decided to kill all the druids. I fucking love our government. Yes. I'm fucking glad they're dead. Alright, great. It actively gave us warning signs from day fucking 1. Right, what other information do you have? We're definitely dealing with something that apparently
Kylo would get up.
is constantly starving.
He would walk over and go, Nasir, we're not done. Then he'd walk back and you'd just see Nasir go, okay. Walks back like, damn it. What
I
do you...
wanted to escape the creep.
I wanted to scrape the creepy. Why must I come back?
I'm guessing
As
you had found
Kylo-
others.
Following that same scientist's folder, I'm finding more files.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them dating back years.
Right.
Right, okay. Here's another one. He would tap his goggles as it would then project, as you would see Nasir just flip over the piece of paper. Actually, no, he'd just write it again and just sit there, like, look at it and start mumbling. As this one has another document explaining the... It seems, again, like, it seems like the military was probably gave people time this time to recoup.
Yeah.
And then was like, all right, now can you tell us, or is this just a problem?
Gotcha.
And basically what Kylo would be able to let you know, Kylo would basically be able to let you know that basically everybody else gives nothing useful. They kind of just describe the landscape, and then there's this one guy who is the same person who mentioned the tree in chains.
Yeah.
Well, also, and then wrote something in Druidic. That same guy just keeps having moments of him definitely losing it, and the military just was sitting there like, but do you know what it was?
God. I fucking wonder, dipshits. He probably...
Why are you going to a psychiatric? You're fine. No, he's not.
He's really fucking not, y'all.
The next instance of him writing about this tree
Yeah.
was he couldn't tell if the tree cracked or groaned.
Hmm. Gotcha.
But he heard the clinking of chains echo afterwards.
The cracked groaned and chained. Okay. Okay.
And then, written in Druidic, which is provided by Nasir, who is increasingly getting concerned, as it just is 2 words.
feed me.
Right. Okay. Right, I know what I need to do. Kylo, is there any more information real quick?
Nothing more than really this. The rest is just... Oh, this scientist offed himself.
Yeah, that checks. Okay. Kylo, thank you. Bob.
Sorry.
Where's Bob at?
Bob stands there.
Bob, drop everything. I need
He
one
drops...
piece of info.
What do
Don't
you drop, Bob?
drop the book specifically.
And Bob looks at you.
Alright, Bob. Have you gotten any information about something that is chained?
You see small loading circles. I'm sorry, his database went from very tiny to massive.
Nah, it's fair, it's fair.
Because he also did just start scanning your entire library.
Yeah, it's just completely valid.
Okay. He stands there. I gave him 4 different roles.
Yeah.
So you're standing there, like, kind of just, like, tapping your foot as he just is loading
Yeah.
for, like, 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then, he would then issue forward the minor information discovered on chained entity.
Need it now.
Known as Chained One.
Alright. Any information? What does it typically want? What is its thought process? What do we know about it?
From what can be gathered from the books, he would date it back fucking 30,000 plus years.
There it is.
Books collected and information gathered when the Solar King was present upon this world.
Okay.
There had been denotions and mentionings of a world that was nearby, that essentially at the time this planet had been looking into space travel. So they asked the spacefaring race if there was any planets that they should avoid.
Yeah.
The Solar King's people responded that there in fact was a planet they should avoid. Let me see if I still, or did I lose that information? At some point I did. Of course I did. Why would I lose that? That was useful. Damn it. Oh well. Well, the oh. Okay, right. So the thing that would be denoted is there is a planet that is nearby to Lumis, as this planet is known.
Yeah.
And they would only call it as Null 1. As
Yeah.
it was a planet, it is a system they have just declined to go to anymore. Because there was only one planet, the rest of them had crumbled in the system. So there was just a bunch of fractured planets.
Yeah.
And there was one singular planet covered in chains. And from what they could gauge, all the chains centered on a single point on the world.
Yeah.
all of them converged on one thing that they could only identify as the chained one.
Okay.
They did not interact with the entity because the second their ship started to get close to the world, because that was when they first started discovering it and scanning it, their systems on their ships started malfunctioning, which was extremely abnormal for their ships, and some members of the crew started to complain of headaches. The captain immediately took the initiative to fucking leave,
Okay.
deciding not to risk whatever was on that world.
Yeah.
So the best they could tell this world was, do not go. The closest system to you is Null 1. Is the Null system. Do not go there.
And we went
The
there.
problem with opening rifts and portals to other worlds is it defaults to the closest available place.
Mm-hmm. You would be correct.
And since this world conveniently decided to neglect all information granted by what they deemed as a false god, i.e. the Solar King and his people,
Yeah.
left, they just said, nah, it's probably fine.
Oh my god.
Or they just completely forgot and didn't even know about the warning, which is even more likely.
Considering they've been trying to constantly hide information has been lost to this place apparently a bunch. Wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. So that's Bob's thing to tell you about.
Right, right. Do they have any information on like, I don't know, any interactions with the creature?
By Bob's understanding, what this thing probably wants more than anything else is to not be stuck there anymore.
Right. I had a bad feeling about that. Okay, cool. Right, okay. So we're dealing with something that's probably going to want us to free it.
Bob would also acknowledge the statistical probability from what he's been able to calculate with the sudden and rapid shift of this world to a colder environment. The creature might be also attempting a forceful transference to this plane, which would inherently kill everyone here.
Yeah.
And also free it anyways.
Right.
If his statistics are correct, he cannot calculate for the matter of gods, for he has very little coding for that.
That makes sense because it's basically turning its this planet into its habitat, which in turn also allows the Wendigos to thrive, which are basically its minions. Right. It wants free. That's gonna be a headache. If we set it free, it can wreak havoc. And there's no guarantee that our planet would even be free, even if we did set it free. And there's still a good shot that it'd just turn around and kill us. The Wendigos are territorial. There's no point for it to spare us.
This is also where Bob would chime in again. Bob will go, based off other notes from other deity creatures or otherworldly beings, they do seem to enact and follow a course known as a deal.
Yes. The deals. Of course. We can make a deal. That is an option. We set it free, it spares our world. We're damning a lot of other people, though. I'm gonna need some time to think. Right. Thank you, Bob.
Bob would also state here, there is also a high likelihood that many worlds would be far better prepared to deal with such a situation.
Yeah.
Any world with an understanding of magic is going, hang on a minute.
That much is obvious. The thing is, from here is going about how we handle this. Right, okay. Even if we save this world and we make a deal with it to set it free, we're gonna have new gods pissed at us because we set that fucking thing free. But if it's staying on this world, then we'll have protection from the gods but via that thing. On the other hand, if it were to stay on this planet, it would kill us because of the cold. That alone we can't handle. Which would mean that it'd have to stay on the planet, which means we don't have the protection. We could deal with that. We die to the gods. The Solar King would have no reason to keep us alive. Or the other gods that we've already pissed off. Right. Right. There's gotta be a middle ground. There has to be a middle ground. I have an idea, but I don't think they'd like it. This thing loves information. Hey Bob, all my files that I have, do me a favor. All the information that I've been storing up in the library that we brought here, do me a favor, make sure to be writing those down. Make sure that we have copies of those so they can't be destroyed.
Bob would give a nod.
Same for my journal.
Bob would kind of like, it's like a momentary reboot. The robot expresses a moment of shock and then nods.
I'm not be coming back from this. Alright. I need to find Chi.
And speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Cheese walks through the front door.
She would just, Iva, why do you look distressed?
It's not great, the information I have.
Ah, great.
My fears
You
were
too, huh?
My fears were confirmed, and on top of that, I'm realizing it's even worse than what even I feared.
It's a giant creature chained with glowing blue eyes that can control the Wendigos.
Yes, and I may have another tie to that. It's a goddamned god.
Sounds about right.
You want to know what's the problem about that? We had a god on this planet before named the Solar King. And a god was scared of it. Every god that has been on this planet has avoided that thing. And we pissed it off. Most likely. You know how temps have been dropping? And we have all the Wendigo
You
here.
think it's trying to come here?
It's trying to terraform and make this place its own. Most likely it's using Omega probably as a way to try and create some form of way to get here. Because if it has enough power, right now it's chained, right now it can't do anything, but my guess, the reason why they wanted that crystal, Omega probably was going to attempt something that might have been able to bring it here. Meaning the longer we wait, the bigger of a threat this becomes.
You're not gonna like what I have to say then.
What?
Nyland knows how to get us there.
Right.
That crystal that we've been calling a crystal, he's calling it a keystone.
Grand. That explains even further my fucking theory that I just spouted. They were probably going to use that to get that thing here.
It gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
Going there might be our only chance to stop this.
And there's one other thing. Went through some files. It was using a scientist to speak its mind. Problem, none of the military knew Druidic. So they didn't know that this man was actually writing something. It wasn't just blatant insanity. Quite frankly, the chained one's hungry and it wants free. And I hate to tell you this, but I am most certain that if a god is afraid of it, a gun's not going to do anything to this thing. I know of a way.
So that's what Nyland meant.
Most likely we're going to have to make a deal. Or we're going to have to try and talk this thing down. And I doubt he'll be willing to listen. Listen, I'm gonna level with you here. When we head there, I need this to be understood. Very well. This thing... boy. We either make the deal to let it free. If we let it free, we can make a deal so that that preserves our world. But the problem is that we're then sending this thing onto any other worlds out there, and by doing that, we're pissing off the gods.
We don't know if it'll make that deal.
That's what I'm saying. It's very much an if. However, there is something that I can offer. Now, I don't like saying this, but it is an option. It is obvious this thing also has a craving for knowledge. Throughout this entire time, people of knowledge have been a pretty big push for this thing to rush for. And maybe there is a chance that the reason why I wanted the people with high knowledge, with high curiosity like myself, like Ryu, maybe it's because of we're the biggest threat to its wants. But if it has a genuine want for knowledge as a whole, I might be able to make a deal. It means I won't be coming back. But at least the rest of
Iva,
the
there's a
world
chance
will be
none of
fine.
us will come back.
Then I understand that. But I'm putting
No,
that
I don't
idea
think you
out.
do.
Excuse me?
I don't think you do. Even if we can open this rift long enough, it's going to require mana users to keep the rift open until we can get out. There's a chance every single mana user could be killed.
And
Nyland and Ryu can't come with us.
I understand.
They're going to need to keep the rift open.
I understand that, because I'm guessing most likely it's doing the same as with the ritual before that the cultists did to even get a hold of this entire crystals to begin with, or in this case, the warp stone. I remember there being files mentioning that Nyland had broken one. I'm guessing that's whatever this thing is. I also understand the people going in might not survive either, because we're dealing with, not radiation, but essentially what is a form of radiation, it might as well be. The longer we're in that area, we're within its area, we will be dying. Hell, when we walk in, we might die on the spot for all we know. There was files actively mentioning that the Solar King's people, who are blessed by a god, who have more power than what we could ever gain, We're actively suffering just being near the planet when we set foot on there. There is no guarantee that any of us will come out alive, let alone the fact that any of us will even make it to the damned thing. I don't know if we have to do a trek. I don't know if we'll just be right in front of it immediately. I have no idea. I am aware. I may smile a lot, I might joke a lot. But I do that because I'm trying my best to not snap. Understand, I very well know the stakes at hand right now. It is not just you and Nylan. I have no mana. I'm susceptible as fuck to this. And even the people with mana that go in there will be susceptible. Very susceptible.
We're not taking any mana users,
I agree on that.
with the exception of me.
What's your plan?
Cade might be the most resistant. Being augmented with mechanics, he might have the best bet to resist fully.
I can agree with that.
My concern is, if we have a bunch of military personnel show up, this thing might try to kill us. We go in with a small team, we see what it wants, we try to convince it to leave.
I can agree. I mentioned the deals before because I'm mentioning what if worse comes to worse and still willing to talk with us, but we can't make an even deal. Those are options that I will use. If it is possible. If it is necessary.
We're not taking any of the students either.
I agree on that. I'd rather them not have to deal with any more.
Okay, what did you say? I'm sorry, I missed it. My headset, for some reason, blocked out your voice.
She said we're not taking any of the students either.
Okay.
I was going
She
to
would
fight you
just-
tooth and nail if you did say that.
It's bad enough some of us have to go. I'm not going to force those children to see worse things than they've already seen.
They have a life to live. They've already been screwed over enough.
Bob would raise his mechanical hand like a child.
Yes, Bob.
Bob would go, he would go, based off statistics, a small team of 3 would be the least imposing, while also covering all required bases.
Then it's you, me, and Cade.
I'm fine with that.
I've gotten us a day or two to get everything sorted out. Nylan should be done with the ritual by the end of the night, but I recommend taking that time to spend a few more hours with your employees.
I plan to do so.
I need to go talk to my sergeant so that he does not let Mal follow me into hell.
Yeah.
She better not.
So yeah. I can say you guys would get to spend your times with the peoples, everyone of note to each of you.
Chi would wait until Mao is heavily asleep
Yeah,
before she goes to talk to Ramirez.
that's fair.
And she would just, Sergeant,
Hmm.
I need to ask you a favor.
Okay.
Don't let Mao follow me.
Okay.
Even if you have to physically restrain her. Don't let her follow me.
Got it. I can see to that. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm okay not knowing.
Hopefully, solving this issue entirely.
Okay. Well,
Don't let her near the crystal. Don't let her follow me.
she won't follow you. You have my word for that.
Thank you.
He'll give a nod. Man's good for one thing, damn it. He will make sure of that. Oh boy.
Yeah. I know Iva will probably be spending
Yeah.
time with oh God, what's their name? My brain's blanking. That's not great. Catelyn and
Tomio.
Domio. Just
Yeah.
kind of checking on them, talking with them. She's not gonna, obviously, not gonna tell them about shit. She's putting on just a smile like she typically does.
Yeah.
Just kinda joking.
Tomio's working on a new terrorism project.
What's the project this time?
So you basically find out from some of the less than friendly plants Nasir has had.
Yeah.
Nasir has. Because some of the plants Nasir has weren't there for food. They were there so in case somebody like a Wendigo walked up the stairs and didn't care about some of the potted plants and crushed them. Some of those plants are really fucked.
Yeah.
So Tomio started essentially using what is effectively from one of the plants a neurotoxin. So he's essentially working on a debilitating toxin that might like a sprayable toxin that might even like disable the Wendigos temporarily.
Hell yeah.
He basically got told by Nasir, like, yeah, no, if this gets on your skin, or like if this little needle hits you, and breaks off in your skin, it is like debilitatingly painful. Like it is insanely painful. And Tomio's reaction was, neat. Can I aerosolize it? Can I make it airborne?
Oh man, sounds about right.
Which is not the reaction you're supposed to have, but oh well.
Oh man.
So through some insanely careful actions, he has managed to collect some and is now testing it. Usually he tests shit on himself unless he knows it's dangerous. So he is not going to be testing this. It'll likely get field tested randomly at some point.
Yeah.
With the premise of don't expect it to work. But if it does, awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he basically tells them what it's supposed to do, with no promise that it's actually going to do that.
Makes sense, makes sense.
This is supposed to do this, okay? Will it? I have no idea.
Man. They'll figure it out. They'll be fine.
Yeah, and then you have Catelyn, who is just Catelyn. She's happy to be alive.
Yeah.
She's just happy beans. Got her little bag of French fries.
Heck yeah. Oh, man.
She's got her potato sticks.
Yeah. That's fair.
So Catelyn just likes usually to just watch her brother work, because she sits and goes, "Wow, I could never." Like,
Fair enough.
you can kind of sometimes tell she's slowly learning, if unknowingly to herself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she'll be like, "Where did I put this chemical?" And she's like, "Over there."
Oh, man.
I don't remember what it does, but I know where you put it. So if it's like, if nothing else, if Tomio gets knocked out and they need, she's the person who, she won't know what it does, but she can basically tell you the exact instructions on how to do something.
Yeah.
Like, she can basically tell someone how to recreate the neurotoxin gas. She won't know what it does, but she'll be like, yeah, if you do this, and this, it'll create this. I don't know what this does, but it does something.
There's something useful, I know that much.
So it's a weird, like, emergency utility of information.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
She learned from the best on stockpiling random information in her limited capacity brain.
Oh, man.
She, in the meantime, is making sure that the two people learning medicine
Yeah.
have the healer kits that she's made and know how to make more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And she's also making sure that the important shit to her is kind of in a space that Mao can find it after they leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of as a on the off chance. I'd rather deal with being punched in the face afterwards than trying to explain why she can't come with.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I unfortunately don't think we will have enough time for everything today.
Alright.
But I think we can get y'all at least through the crystal. I don't know how long the crystal segment will be. That's... yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
We all would be able to head for Nyland the next day, probably.
Alright.
Yep. She would also leave a note on Mao's pillow, just like, on the off chance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't take you with me.
Yeah.
And then she would leave the plush dog.
How dare you? You guys would see there ready and waiting is Nylan and Ryu, being the two essentially mana fuel cells of this group.
Yep.
They are both sitting there like, all right, this is about to be taxing as hell. Be fast, please.
You ready, Kate?
Oh, yeah.
But as it can be.
Right, one thing, real quick. Let me grab this. She'd reach into her pocket, grab a pair of keys, and just kind of set that off to the side with a little note. So, if she doesn't get to come back, Tomio gets to have the keys to her house, meaning he gets to learn literally all her shit.
That man's going to walk out of there a changed and traumatized dog.
Yeah.
But Nylan would ask if everyone's ready.
Is there any way to seal the door shut so that Mao can't try to follow us through? Don't get me wrong, I trust my sergeant, but I know my best friend.
You would hear the drone that definitely followed you because it's Taji. And also Kylo. You would just hear Kylo because he can use the drones too. Kylo would just go, I can do that from here.
Thanks, Kylo.
Beep. The giant fucking blast doors start closing.
That way no one else can go through.
Worst scenario, Kylo, if you start seeing somebody try to, like, rush through, just tell Bob to deal with it. Do not Power Ranger Bob.
Bob stands at the doorway. Just standing there. With the most, I have been told none shall pass, and unfortunately, I will resort to violence.
Bob, don't kill any of them. Knock them unconscious and restrain them.
Bob nods and stands there.
Oh, man.
Dude, it's the definition of do not resist. Slams him on the ground. Do not resist.
God.
I am saving you. Do not resist. Bang!
The fuck you saving me, bro?
They'll never understand.
God.
As blood would begin to channel from Nylan's body towards a very carefully made ritual symbol, which you two as players would know as essentially a 3-foot wide rune.
Yeah.
Characters don't know what that is, but it is a massive, intricate, complicated, multi-layered symbol.
Yeah.
As he would channel his blood into it, and you would also see as energy would channel from the giant crystal as well into the energy as well, as it fractures the air into this glowing, very unstable, like, crack in reality. As you would be able to see through it, snow, ice, and giant blue crystals.
There it is.
That all seem to link together like chain links.
Now or never.
Yep.
Yeah. And as y'all would step through, the thing I will leave you with is how it immediately sets in. How bone-chillingly cold this place is. Regardless of how much fur you have, how fluffy you are cold down to your bones.
Understood.
And that is where we will leave it off.
Thank you all for watching this episode. You can find more of the Frostbite campaign. Guess where? Guess.
Here.
Type it in the comments. Lost Shipyard. You can find more of it here. Next session, probably the finale, is my guess. We will see you guys next time.
Wow.